I knew it was too good to be true. I knew they had to get me sooner or later. But we back. Now, I don't drop no digital bean pies. I don't drop no digital bean pies. Yo, you know something? I don't like the new bean pies, man, with all that raisin and stuff in there. I don't like that. I like the plain ones. Knowledge Born said, "Jump in the broom." I heard was how the slaves hid their marriages. Yeah, you know, I don't know if they was necessarily hiding it, but I know, you know, because you gotta remember, most black people didn't first get down with Christianity at first. That it took them a while to really get black people to accept that. Jiggy 1017 said, "Diamonds, white cigarettes, bacon, and eggs come from Edward Bernays." Right. I know about Edward Bernays. What you know about Edward Bernays? We can have a whole live on the things that Edward Bernays instituted. Women didn't smoke cigarettes before Edward Bernays. That was one of the first. Public women's lib things. Was that they had some news conference or something, and the women was walking down the street smoking cigarettes, but they was calling them Liberty sticks. He was the one. You know how I say, like I been speaking about this recently about the terminologies that people use, and they use euphemistic terms. You understand what I'm saying? Like enforced quarantine. What does that mean? We about to start shooting? What does it mean? We about to start locking people up? Tell me what it means. See, using that type of terminology, when you see a car commercial, or look, if you see a rap music video, right, and there's a woman in the video scantily clad who has nothing to do with the topic of the video, that's because he's the one who came with the concept that, look, the person, they subconscious mind is telling them, buying the car, you're also buying the woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, or how when you see a commercial, right, for something, like if it's a commercial for, say, like a type of dishwashing liquid or some kind of housework, right? You ever notice that the woman always, her hair is always perfect, and she don't look like this thing is no real work. Like this thing is all convenient, and you know, boom, your life is going to. He's the one that said, listen, you got to sell people the whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? With the goods. You see what I mean? He's the one that allowed them to institute a consumer society. Because before that, people didn't buy things. This is going into more of what y'all talking about the diamonds and all these different things and different fads and fashions that started coming out. People didn't buy things based on the season. Like that's something that also came from off of TV, Edward Bernays and his crew with those like award shows, the Grammys and the Oscars and all of that. That's one of the things that's for. Is that, yo, the people, you got all these runway shows, so they like, well, you know, that was last year's fashion. You see what I'm saying? Before that time, people bought something to last them for years. They bought it on the quality of the, you know, the item itself, and not the quality of the advertising and the quality of, you know, the how deeply this brand name has been imprinted into you. You understand what I'm saying? Like for a lot of people that might be on this live, right? Depending on your age, they first pair of sneakers might have been Jordans. So right now, you have this thing in you to get Jordans, but it's because you was introduced to that brand at such a young age that they built the brand loyalty into your mindset. So now you feel like anything less than Jordans is less than who you always was. But yeah, we could have a whole, we could go in on that. We can go in on that. I'm gonna pick a day. We're gonna do Eddie Bernays. I like it. I like Original Seed Divine Energy. Where's where you from, Original Seed? Century of Self. Yeah, I saw that. Century of Self. Cecil B. Rhodes, that's his name. Y'all brothers got a lot of knowledge, man. Cecil B. Rhodes, he was the guy that he was like the Prime Minister of England when England was, because England controlled South Africa. But remember, the Dutch controlled it before the English. So De Beers is like a Dutch, is like some Dutch Jewish people, if I'm not mistaken. And Cecil B. Rhodes, he was the one that passed all the laws and the statutes that basically guaranteed the De Beers people, control of all the diamond mines in South Africa. Who's Algo? Smell goods. Jasim said haters hate, and it might be the names, but every time we start dropping signs, the God wizard get cut off. But I'm cut off again. I can't be name dropping? Is that what it is? Yeah, they definitely, oh yeah, I did. What happened right there? Whoa. Drop way down. And see, I'm gonna tell you what I be noticing. They be kicking me out and kicking y'all out. What gives with that? But yeah, though, we had a good day today. You know what I'm saying? We got in the other two lives, even though we got cut short. We got this live, man. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow be a new day. You know what I'm saying? We analyze whatever we gotta analyze, but catch up with everybody. You know what? I might do an Instagram a little bit later. I gotta get some work done right now though. But wait, I never came back on. What guan? I'm over here talking to myself. This is, am I on? It says I'm on. Alright. Oh. Alright. Yo, y'all still here? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Got revealed. Revealed said read a book called Rule by Secrecy by Jim Mars. When I first he read a book called Rule by Secrecy by Jim Mars when I first heard of Cecil Rhodes. Mentions him being part of the round table. Jim Mars, he's out there at the edge, but yeah. I checked Jim Mars out. D. Christian said, it is they who pull the wires that control the public mind. This is a quote from Edward Bernays. Knowledge Born said, sometimes we still be rocking when they kick you out. That's kind of grimy anyway. You mean y'all still be rocking when I get kicked out? Universal, Allah. Allah's God, peace. Which universal is this? Son of the soil. What is my conclusion with religion in terms of understanding Cipher? I don't think I understand the question. You know, I would say, you know, off top that you know, religion precludes you from ever truly understanding the Cipher, because religion, you know, is in place of knowledge and wisdom. You know, if for no other reason than that's the historical position that they've staked out. You know, historically, they've been against science, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, true history, you know what I'm saying, that's what they chose to do. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is, you know, education limits religion. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you learn who is really causing all this to happen, then you can't really be religious. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people who are still religious right now, they find themselves in a position where, okay, there's things that religion say is this, right? But we know, because of everyday life and things that we not just saying verbally, or we not just reading out of a book, but things that's happening around us, that is not true. Like, there's lots of things in the Bible, you know, or, you know, just dealing with Christianity in general. That we know is, you know, you gotta explain that. You know what I'm saying? So the source said, I see that too. Relying on a blindfold keeps you from seeing things crystal and clear, yeah. But you know, the real conclusion is showing you the basic elements, right, of how a person be religious about something versus how a person be scientific about something. You know what I'm saying? So that in your endeavors, you don't become religious about a thing. See what I'm saying? Because Christianity is a religion, you know what I'm saying, regardless to when you think, you know what I'm saying, that was a question that came up earlier, was it 551 years old or whatever, right? Regardless to when you think it came up, it did come about at a certain time, meaning people always didn't believe that. You know what I'm saying? There's new religions that come on a set and people start worshiping it. So right now, you know, the panic, dealing, you know, in mostly everything surrounding, you know, this virus and all of that has become its own religion. You know what I'm saying? And every day, you know, it's a new prophet, you know, out there telling you one aspect, you know what I'm saying, of you know, the whatever kingdom is coming, you know, you better repent. You know what I'm saying? You better do this, you better do that. So, you know, that's the real point I was getting across, you know what I'm saying? Is that we have to make sure, you know, we not being, you know, there's religion and there's being religious. You know, you could do a lot of things religiously, meaning you don't pay attention to nothing else. You do this right here religiously. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that we always got to be careful of, because what's the, you know, what lesson, you know, or you know, we see a lot of things in a lot of lessons, but there's one lesson that is very obvious, right? Why we got to be careful to be scientific and not religious. Am I still in here talking? Oh yeah, I went into. Y'all talking about something. D. Christian said religion promotes mental laziness. You will end up next to Alice in Wonderland. D. Christian says 6th degree in the 1 in 14 comes to mind. 8th degree versus the 13th degree in the 1 in 40. Religion breeds doubt, insecurities, depression, because it gives you a goal you will never obtain. Son of the Soil says the 9th degree in the 1 in 40. Right? I would say that you one off. I would say that y'all one off. You know what I mean? The most clear thing, right, is when it tell you the Son of Man searched for the mystery God for trillions of years. See, the 9th degree, that's telling you about the white man teaching us about his religion. See what I'm saying? They believe in the 10% on face value. But see, before that 10% even came to teach them something on face value, the Son of Man searched for the mystery God for trillions of years. Now the knowledge and wisdom has been here since the planet was first founded, right? We the Asiatic black man. We didn't come here ignorant of who we are. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, certain individuals searching for that mystery God became religious. So that's just something that, yeah, that's why I said they was one off. They all said the ninth degree. I would say the 10th degree is what shows you that, when you drawing things up for yourself, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, look, when you weighing and judging unto 1 grain of discrepancy. Man. Hey, look here, man. It must be some emergency going on out here while people keep calling me. I don't know what it's about, but like I said, it's time. It's time for me to go handle some BI anyway. So, let me sign out right now. Like I said, I might do an Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Why is you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Let me go check some of this other stuff I gotta do, and then like I said, tomorrow's a new day. But peace to the guys, peace to the earths, and my background people that just pay attention. Now, remember the last time I got locked in? Let's see if I don't want to get locked in again.